Hello and welcome back to Paper Cut Crafts. Today we're going to make a waterfall card using the dimensions you just saw on the screen. This is my little notebook that I have that has all my templates and measurements, and I just kind of keep them all there. So these are the little pieces I'm going to use. You need 4 square white, whisper white, and then 4 square, slightly bigger mats. You'll need your card. For this, I have found that it works best if it opens the long way, so it opens up. Then you need a waterfall piece, as you see here, and it has the score marks as previously noted on the first picture of the video. I'm going to use tear tape to adhere the anchor piece to the back of the waterfall piece. This is going to be the only piece that's attached to the front of the card. The waterfall feature is a pull tab type idea where you pull it, so it cannot actually be physically stuck down to the front of your card. So this anchor piece is the only piece that's actually attached. So tear tape's real simple. You just stick it down. It's sticky on one side. You peel up the backing on this tear tape. Just stick it down, and this is what it should look like, and the simple function of the pull. So once you get this finished, the next thing you're going to do is, you can go ahead and stamp if you like, or you can go ahead and attach your mat pieces to the waterfall pull tab. Now to do this, the first one you want to do is start right on the bottom, and that's going to be completely stuck down, the whole square. And here I'm just using the snail. This is retiring, but there is a new product coming in the new catalog. So this first one is completely stuck down, and then the second one is actually only stuck down on the top. So the scores are only of less than an inch apart, and you only want to attach just that front piece, that top piece that's on that pull tab part, and that goes for these 3 pieces that are the waterfall. After you get the front mat put down, you're going to attach your waterfall feature. Now, like I said, that you're only going to attach the anchor, and just on the edge, or the 2 ends that are sticking out. Here I'm using tear tape, but in the past I've used brads as well. So anything that's going to keep that anchor anchored securely to your front panel piece, or the card base, however you've planned on using this. And then you want to center this on your card so that the waterfall, when it is completely flat, is laying center on your card. Now when I put this down, I found that I did not quite get it centered on the anchor itself, so I just shifted it slightly so that the anchor, instead of it crossing the entire card, it crosses just the mat. So I just trim that. But that is a feature that is up to you while you're making your own card. But again, just make sure that the anchor is the only part that's anchored, and make sure that it is well secured, because you will be pulling on it and you don't want it to pull right off. Now I'm stamping. I'm using the little Ladybugs. It's a celebration stamp set from earlier in this year. You may use whichever one you like. Obviously, it's up to you. I would suggest, if you want a theme to it, that they might be smaller so that they act as little windows, these little panels, and it kind of looks like they're looking at you. Like I've used different flowers that fit, or in this case I'm using the ladybugs and making them look kind of like they're peeking around corners at the recipient of this card. In just a moment, I will also be using my blends to color these, as well as the end piece for the waterfall, which is the longer piece. That will be more of the sentiment spot, since it is seen at the end after you've pulled it out of the waterfall. Here I'm going to add a little bit of feathering now to the edges of these panel pieces. I'm using a dauber and a real red ink, and I'm just very lightly going around the edges, feathering where the stamp is not overlapping off the edge. And I'm going to do that to all of these, and then I do come back in a little bit to put some blue on the background of the ladybugs. They had a little bit of too much white for how I wanted it to look, and I just really lightly put in some blue in the background. To add the panels, I'm going to use snail, and unlike when adding the back where you just added the snail to the top piece, here you're going to attach the whole panel to the mat. They're stuck on completely since their mat is already in the waterfall position. So these are real simple. The only thought would be if you want to tell some sort of story, some show movement or something to that effect, if there is a specific order you want your panels to show as the waterfall feature flips over. When placing this last piece, you do want to line it up with that last score mark that's on the top of the waterfall piece. Since you want the bottom to kind of be like the tab, the pull part, you don't want your stamped image to be peeking out from underneath. So you want it to be up high enough but not on the fold. And that way when they pull on it, they don't see it until it starts to come out, and they also have somewhere to pull without pulling on that image. Now for the pull piece, you want to make some sort of indication that that's what you're supposed to do. Your recipient isn't necessarily going to know that that's what they want or need to do to see what the effect of the waterfall. So you can do this in a number of different ways. You can make it a tab punch, you can put a brad, you can put ribbon on this pull tab. In this case, I decided to use some rhinestones, the self-adhesive, and it also adds a nice little bling to the card front as well. And this is where you would be doing your embellishments to finish up the card. And here's the finished card. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe, and I will be back with another card soon. Thanks for watching. Happy stamping.